Hello YouTube, how y'all doing today? Today we're taking a look at the CVLIFE Eagle Feather Multi Reticle Red Dot. This is a 20mm tube. Same basic size and configuration as like a Sig Romeo 5 Aimpoint T2. Now this has a 2 MOA red dot, center dot. It has a 65 MOA circle option, and then an option with the 65 MOA circle with the 2 MOA dot in the middle. Now the 2 MOA dot is very straightforward, very obvious what that's for. The 2 MOA dot with the 65 MOA circle, you use the 2 MOA dot for precision work at this probably about 300 yards. And the 65 MOA circle, you're going to use at close range to compensate for your height over bore offset. At close range with an optic on a mount of this height, you're going to be shooting, your bullets actually will be several inches below the dot at close range. Well, with the 65 MOA outer circle, you're going to put the lower hash of the circle directly on your target, and your bullet's going to hit right on your target or very close to it. So that's what that's for. And you can also use it for holdovers. It's got left and right windage holdovers. So if you take the time to figure out what those hashes mean on the 65 MOA circle at various ranges, then you will in fact be able to use that for so if you take the time, do a little trial and error with your shooting, you'll be able to figure out what those hash marks equate to at various ranges for as holdover and Kentucky windage, and they can be very useful. But the lower hash at close range is extremely useful for speed shooting. Now the hollow circle is a hollow 65 MOA circle, and what would you use that for? Well, on a shotgun at 25 yards, that equates to about a 16-inch circle. At 50 yards, it's a 32-inch circle. So that's going to very closely approximate to the size of your pattern. If you have screw-in chokes, you could just experiment with your chokes to find out what choke gives you the closest match to that circle at any given range and run with that. But even if you're using like an 18-inch riot gun, at 25 yards, there are many shotgun loads and cartridges that will give you about a 16-inch circle. So you're just going to try a few different brands, find the one that most closely corresponds with that circle. And that is fantastic for speed shooting, because you put the circle on the target, and as long as part of the circle is on the target, you're getting a hit. You get the whole circle on the target, the whole shot charge is going to hit the target. And you can also be used as a no-go firing cue. Your target's downrange, you put the circle at target, your target's smaller than that circle, and there's something behind that target that you don't want to hit. That lets you know this is a no-go shooting situation. So that can be very useful. Now, let's take a look at this reticle. Okay, there's our circle dot. Now this looks much larger to your naked eye than it will on camera. It's about probably 2.5 times that size. So that's the circle dot option. And the plain dot is just a plain dot. There's no need to look at a plain dot. But as you could see through that video, this has super clear glass. There's really no tint to it at all. It's a really good clear glass. I'll put the specifications for this on screen, but they are very competitive with all their main competitors. Battery life, shock rating, IPX rating. They're all right in line with something like a Sig Romeo 5 XDR, anything like that. So this is a rugged frontline scope. You could absolutely use this in any kind of a defensive situation, hunting, even frontline use. I would say that if you dropped into Ukraine with this, this would work just fine. This is a nice lightweight design. Now we have this on a ScalarWorks Leap mount. This is night vision height. I have been using this with a Night Fox Prowl digital night vision unit mounted to the optic for nighttime shooting, and it works very well with that. I'll splice in some footage of that right here. And as you can see, you are definitely able to see that red dot. You are definitely able to acquire targets. And, you know, the red dot does not hold you back. So this red dot is perfectly capable of being used with night vision systems. Now, are there other red dots in the market more expensive that are more geared for night vision? Of course. But this is a red dot that's completely capable of being used for night vision. As with all CVLIFE items, it's very, very budget friendly, yet gives you excellent frontline performance. So this is a really good red dot. Now I'll splice in a picture right here of what the factory mount looks like that it comes with. But you know, I had to change that out to use it with night vision height mount for my prowl, because I was using it with the weapon, with the mounted directly on the weapon. So yeah, that's the tabletop portion of this video. Let's do a little bit of shooting real quick, and you can see how this thing works. Okay, now down at the bottom of this hill, way down yonder way, you can see that there's a boat down there, and behind that boat is a camouflage target that's 12 inches by 20 inches. I'll put it on screen here. And I'll circle it now on the terrain. Okay, and we're zoomed back out. Now we're going to use our 11.5 inch V7 with the eagle feather on it. And we are going to hit that 100-yard target offhand standing, which will be no problem at all. Now, that's camouflage, so it's hard to see, to add some challenge for me, because in the wilderness, nothing is white. Adds a little bit of a challenge factor, makes it a little bit more realistic. But we're going to shoot that guy, and we get on the other side of the camera here. We got our rifle right here. We're going to shoot that guy offhand standing. And you'll hear it when the rounds hit. They'll go clink like it just did. So that was 3 hits in a row, no problem. Okay, so now we are at my speed shooting range with yet another boat in the picture. And we're at a range of about 20 yards right here. Let's zoom into 1 power. We don't need to be zoomed out here at all. Okay, there we go. On the left, we have an 8-inch clanger. Then we have the mini bowling pin. Then we have a 8x12 A-zone size silhouette. And then we have a 6-inch clanger there that's kind of hanging on one string there. But we'll do some rapid fire back and forth just to show you how easy this is to shoot quickly and rapidly. Okay, here we go. Left to right. And that was the end of the mag. I think I pulled 1 round on the 8-inch clanger, but the rest hit. Okay, folks, so you have seen the capabilities of this red dot. You see how easy it is to use and shoot quickly. See real good close-up what it looks like. Takes a 2032 battery. It goes right in this compartment right here. Got the easy adjustment caps. They're 1 MOA adjustments. If you have a 1 MOA adjustment, your dot is twice the size of the adjustment that you'll be making anyway. So that's all you need. And, you know, you're not giving up anything with that. Now, you can see they have the tool for adjusting the dial built right into the cap here. It's very straightforward. It's click audible. They're very nice, loud, positive clicks. The adjustment buttons are right on top, just like a Sig Romeo. This works great. It works fine with night vision. As I told you, I've been using it. And this is just a really good, high-value red dot optic. If you told me I was being paradropped in the Ukraine tomorrow and you handed me this exact firearm with this exact red dot sight on it, I would not lose any sleep over it. This is an excellent red dot and a very high value option. So this has been our full review of the CVLIFE Eagle Feather 20mm multi-reticle red dot sight. All right, folks. As always, I appreciate you watching. You all have a great day. Freedom by me, out.